Let's go, ladies and gentlemen.
Bless up, ABR family and viewers. Welcome back to the channel. It's your girl, Isabel Rose. And in this one, some very important topics at hand. After we seen Andrew Holness basically went in our parliament for 5.5 hours, didn't address some critical issues that the Jamaican people wants to, hear from him. We're seeing the teacher himself, Damian Crawford, debunking all the lies that he came out and told. You understand? In which he spoke of economy and his administration has managed economy well and that there's fiscal space in our country and that good economy can nyam and all of that. Big up yourself, Major Daps. Right? And him come with a graph and he spoke of the 18.5 years. He keeps going back to the 18.5 years for some reason. I don't
Class
know
for that tonight.
if
Now.
he has
the screen,
done so
people.
well as he stated in his 9 years. Why not campaign on your 9 years of achievement? You come in constantly to talk about 18.5 years and talk about the 70s really not sitting well with the Jamaican people. And
True.
we, the younger generation, are not buying that. We want to hear about now. We're in 2025. What have you done from 2016 until now? That is what you are supposed to be speaking to our Jamaican people on.
Bingo.
And so, Damian, come out.
Bingo. So, I just want to speak on that a little bit, right? So, it's incredible, isn't it? It really is incredible what he's doing. Because if his administration's job that he was doing was worth the salt on his back, they would be so concentrated on telling you what exactly have they done for the last 10 years. What has the Jamaica Labour Party done for the last 9-10 years? All they would be doing is outlining program after program, school after school, everything that they have done in the last 9 years. He should be presenting a portfolio, a whole list of things that they have done, which is the reason why we, the Jamaican people, need to vote back for the JLP. That's what they should be doing. But they keep talking about the last 18 years. They're living in the ghost of PJ Patterson. They are living in the ghost of, they cannot move past the last 18 years. And that is sad. PJ, they can't even beat PJ, bro. If you was to line up PJ's first 9 years with this government first 9 years, it's not even a competition. It's a joke. It's an actual joke in terms of achievement. It really is a joke. JLP already.
Damian spoke of what he basically left out in the whole graph when we have on the screen right here. So this is what he spoke on for over 5 hours. Putting everybody to sleep. And Damian come and debunked all of it. Only fast forward now, out of every other else issue that he's supposed to come and speak on, out of the whole 10% tariff where the US government has placed on export, he's not speaking on that. They said that they're waiting for more clarity. I don't know what more clarity they're waiting on. Out of...
Funny.
Very this $30 million.
Tap up the screen, guys. Yvonne, how you doing? Tap up the screen, please.
He's not speaking on his uncertified declaration.
Double tap the screen on YouTube. Thank you.
Why hasn't he basically spoken to the Integrity Commission of the millions and millions of dollars that was passing through, accounts and passing through companies affiliated with his name? So he's trying to come now to distract us, and we will not get off those topics if that's what they're trying to do. We're not going to stop talking about these important issues at hand. Big up my sis, Pat W, Sharon Bernard, Christine Gilbert. Big up to all the moderators. And big up to my members, Angela and Yvonne Wallace. We're not going to come off of... So if it's that's what he's trying to do, to get our minds off of what is currently happening now, and him still being uncertified, it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen any at all.
No.
Also coming up in this, I'm going to bring on back to what the People's National Party has done. So this is basically are taking y'all back to what the People's National Party has done as it pertains to Jamaica's economy.
Right.
And going step by step on this graph where Damian Crawford gave it to us in the simplest form as possible.
Right.
Now him running out to come and say that the PNP must accept their economic legacy and that the Jamaica Labour Party are the ones who manage our economy well. Like something wrong with him brain. Could it be that the water in the parliament is with him brain? As well as coming up in this live, a gentleman spoke to Conrad O'Brien and letting us know of why, Nationwide proceeded to take at PJ Patterson, taking aim at KD Knight. So I'm going to bring those information to y'all. And many of us probably didn't know why he went after, those two gentlemen.
Yeah, it never made any sense to me.
And PJ Patterson suing him for the line
that never made any sense to me. But let me hear what you're saying.
Those two gentlemen. But we know about the whole PJ Patterson and PJ Patterson suing him for the lies that he ran out back then and told. We seen where him having recruits them, Davis and all of them, running out as well, coming to speak on KD Night at a People's National Party candidate presentation where his daughter, was chosen as a candidate. And they're talking about, elders being sick, lame, and lazy, and forgot to mention Mike Henry in the same breath, who is sitting member of our parliament, who has not gone to parliament for much 10 years now, and is still on the payroll collecting taxpayers' money. He was a part of the ones who got that 200 and 300% increase. So let me take y'all back. And on this graph, as you can see, it says August 1962 to February 1972. And it shows that during that time, the Jamaica Labour Party was in government and they had an annual inflation of 4.7%. The People's National Party took over the baton in 1972, October to October 1980, and that inflation went up by about 4.1, so it was 8.8%. Then in 1980 to 1989, the Jamaica Labour Party took over. The average annual inflation went up to 13.5%. And as you can look, you see February 1989 to September 2007, the total inflation that the Prime Minister was stuck on speaking about is 2,249.2% under the People's National Party, who was there for 18 and a half years. So if you're there for 18 and a half years, you would have, it still maintained a good annual average based on this 9-year span that the Jamaica Labour Party did. I wonder if you not see what I say. Let me put the cursor right there.
Yeah, I see it.
So it's still the 18 and a half years that the People's National Party did. This 18.5% for the average annual inflation was still relatively good in my eyes based on the 9 years that they had it at 13.5%. If they had gotten another 19, they would have probably doubled it and brought it to 26 or 27%.
What you guys think about what she's saying? This is an argument that, I see what she's saying in terms of the length of time in which Mr. Patterson was in power for. And to maintain it for that long period of time, all it would mean is that he would have more challenges at that time. So the longer he stays in with his administration, the more challenges. So you can say, yeah, it's okay, it's okay, it's good. It's not like, oh my God, he destroyed the economy type of vibe. You know what I'm saying? I guess that is her point, because the JLP had it before that, and they only had it for 80 years, and it was at 13.5. He had it for 10 more years and kept it just over 5% more than the previous administration. So, hey, think about that. Tonight is about class, man. We had class tonight, baby.
Understand what I'm saying right there? But nevertheless, I am going to let y'all hear from no other than Porsha Simpson Miller, who did very well back in her 4-year
I've
tenure.
turned on this car. Porsha one load, you know.
The captain that was behind her while Porsha Simpson Miller was balancing people's lives. We had Peter Phillips, and we have to give credit where credit is due. And this is the problem that this government has up until this day. They don't give credit where credit is due. The captain behind balancing the books were no other than Peter Phillips. And we have to give Peter Phillips that. Whether them want to speak about it, yes or no, we are going to bring it. Once they come out with this one whole heap of facade and lies and trying to corrupt the minds of the young people or trying to control the minds of the young people to say that their government is better than a People's National Party's government where it concerns economy, we are going to mash down that lies. We're going to mash down them lie there. So let me play this for y'all to hear
Mama P.
what was taking place.
Here we go. I've told you don't carry load, you know.
When Porsha Simpson Miller took over, let me find that date right here. So she took over
2011. That's all? 2011.
In 2011.
Yeah, 2011, yeah.
And they got the total inflation at 28%. No, 63.6%.
Right. All right. Listen to Porsha. I really have to turn this down. Porsha one load, you know?
One hardball pop-up channel.
The administration made every effort to protect the most vulnerable, even though we were faced with an economy about to collapse, no support from multilateral partners, high and unsustainable levels of national debt, mounting joblessness, and skyrocketing inflation, which is the worst tax on the poor people. My biggest concern is what effect this recklessness will have on the long-term health of the economy. After all, the sacrifices that the Jamaican people have made to achieve economic stability, the country cannot stand by and let this government squander the hard-won gains. I remember 2011 when the previous JLP government unilaterally abandoned the standby agreement without implementing the necessary reform measures to which they had agreed. Mr. Speaker, the consequences were devastating. Do you remember that our economy was closed off from access to the international financial markets and from multilateral and bilateral funding sources? Do you remember that we lacked the IMF seal of approval, which is a precondition for such financing? Do you remember that no one would lend Jamaica money at affordable rates and that our foreign reserves were dwindling? Do you remember that investor confidence had dried up? Do you remember the trust deficit? Jamaica was on the edge of a precipice. Jamaica was hanging by a thread. Many pundits had written us off. Mr. Speaker, many Jamaicans would not have known the extent to which we worked as a government to restore Jamaica's standing with the IMF and other international partners. I remember how utterly discouraging and at times embarrassing it was for us. There were those within the international financial community who felt that Jamaica should be allowed to fail. The actions of the previous government led them to believe that Jamaica could not be trusted. No one was willing to bank on Jamaica. Mr. Speaker, that is why it took my administration 1 year to get an agreement. 1 year. Once we had an agreement, many said we would not stay the course. I was described as too populist.
Wanna listen up?
Well, any politician that don't have some popularity dead. Many said I did not have the guts to implement the tough measures required to fix Jamaica's economy. I don't know who wanted to test the strength of a woman. They said I would not use my political capital.
Tap up the screen, guys. Come on now.
We proved all the naysayers wrong. We were determined to restore Jamaica's honor, dignity, and good name in the world. Mr. Speaker, we did all of this in the interest of the Jamaican people.
All right. Come through ABR.
Y'all heard that for yourself. They wanted to test the strength of a woman. It was the Porsha Simpson Miller led administration who rescued Jamaica's economy.
A class with it tonight, you know. Class with it tonight. Go through ABR News. A class with it.
A Jamaica Labour Party government wreck it. Every time them wreck it, a People's National Party come in power and fixed it. So what is this Prime Minister trying to do? Trying to win the minds of the young people by going back and telling lies and only focusing on one aspect of a table or one aspect of statistics or one aspect of data? It's not going to work. But let me also play something from the captain himself who steered the ship. And we cannot give Sister P or Mama P the accolades and not give the accolades as well to a Peter Phillips.
Yes, true. It's only right. A class with that tonight, you know. One ABR News, and that me I tell you. No joke. Come through, Mama ABR.
Jamaicans, do you remember this?
Good evening. Over 2 years ago, we embarked on Jamaica's economic reform program, supported by a 4-year extended fund facility with the International Monetary Fund. Since then, we have had 7 quarterly reviews, and this week, the International Monetary Fund approved our successful completion of the 8th review. In the process of successfully passing these tests, we have rescued the economy from near collapse and earned the respect of our international partners. The country's finances are now in much better shape. We have reduced reliance on borrowing and have been able to achieve a reduction in interest rates, which gives investors access to cheaper capital. As we live more within our means, we have been spending less on imports. This means that we are able to save more of what we earn in foreign exchange earnings. This is shown in Jamaica's balance of payments deficit, which has improved from 13.4% of gross domestic product in 2011-2012 to 5.3% in 2014-2015, the lowest it has been in 2 decades. At the same time, as a result of our prudent management of the economy, our net international reserves, which were approximately $800 million and falling in 2013, have substantially increased and are now in excess of $2.4 billion. Wow. As the economy continues to improve, the prospects for employment are also improving. Since January 2012, the labor force has increased by 39,200, and the employed labor force has increased by 33,200. More Jamaicans are finding jobs. The rate of inflation continues to decline, and at the end of fiscal year 2014-15 was 4%, the lowest it has been in 48 years. By maintaining a competitive exchange rate, we have made our exports more competitive. In addition, Jamaica has become more attractive to foreign investors. For 2014, foreign direct investment amounted to approximately $700 million, the second highest in the English-speaking Caribbean. The economic reform program is on track. Despite these achievements, I am only too aware that many Jamaican families are still experiencing difficulties in making ends meet, and many of you still question whether our successes in reforming the economy have been worth the sacrifices made by our pensioners, our public sector workers, our taxpayers, and bondholders, and whether we are really on track to restore stability, growth, and competitiveness to the Jamaican economy. We need to remind ourselves that it was the unsustainable level of debt built up over 40 years that brought us to the brink of bankruptcy and made the economic reform program indispensable to our nation's survival. The country's survival became even more precarious in 2011, when the rupture in the relationship between the then government of Jamaica and the International Monetary Fund and our other development partners effectively closed the country from the capital markets of the world.
The truth is just the truth, people. The truth is just the truth.
It was under a JLP administration where they kept failing. They were the ones who took us back. They were the ones who took us back. They were failing.
Freddie said that is why they want the JLP want to keep the people them illiterate. And this is why I am doing what I'm doing. And I'm giving ABR News TV full credit. You understand? Yeah, go over there and subscribe. Let me see, 21 and 2116. Yeah. See there? YouTube page. See there? ABR News TV. You don't go over there, go subscribe, people. You understand? Because this was excellent work.
It was under a JLP administration where they kept failing. They were the ones who took us back. They were the ones who took us back. They were failing until them have a runway in total from the IMF.
Sad.
So can we deny the legacy of the People's National Party when it comes on to the economy? How can him take up and say him are the father of economy when him don't know nothing about stabilizing economy? They always get the baton when it is good. And them always, for some reason, drive the economy down to the ground. You heard back then, under the Porsha Simpson Miller administration, they paid less for import. Under this government, they're paying up to 70% more for import. They might import more than all them export. And people want our...
And you see, great minds think alike, you know, because I was going to make that point, you know. Our exportation bill is way higher now under this government, you know, ladies and gentlemen. And we are producing less where our agriculture is concerned. You see, the plans that the PNP have for the country coming up to, you know, their positioning to be the leadership for the next government, for a change of government. The PNP is not doing anything. Well, I'm not going to say that. Some of the things that they're doing is just common sense. It's like, that's why I say to people, for me, it's almost like the JLP is literally trying to sabotage the country. That's how I really look at it. I honestly believe that they are here to sabotage this country. When they really check their track record, it's like, what? I'm so happy that Andrew Jonas is doing this, you know, carrying us back, you know, because I've been going back and I've been doing my research and I've been listening to the elders that bring up proper information and show it in your face. It's like they want to turn us into Haiti. Exactly. It's like they want to turn us into Haiti, guys. How can you import so many things and not focus on farming? Why is our health sector the way it is? Right? One of the biggest health risks possibly come to Jamaica the other day, and both the health minister and the prime minister is missing in action. The container up at Portmore. People, anybody from Portmore, listen to me, please. Don't eat the chicken. Don't eat the chicken. All right? Let's continue.
All over the world. All over the world where you can find a Jamaican, we always try to support our country in buying back our goods. So what is he saying when there's no growth under this government? In the last quarter of last fiscal year, it was 0.8% growth. They coming out and was riding on the back, or they were riding on that return from the whole COVID and talking about 6% growth and this and that. And reality is hitting the ground now. They're speaking of the lowest unemployment rate, and they're calculating a manual work for even 1 hour as being employed. What can go so?
What can go so indeed, mama?
What can really go so?
Make it make sense.
But I'm going to let you hear in more detailed form from the teacher himself, Damian Crawford. And it seems as if that this government is not learning any at all. No matter when come out with it's not sticking, so I'm constantly coming out as Dennis Daly say, him promise everybody Jamaica. Him go around and promise. And even after how much years of being in office, he still has not fulfilled the mandate of the first 100 days.
Talk truth.
Coming out again to promise our people when he has been in the driver's seat for 9 years. He's supposed to be running on his achievement, but because there is none, he has to resort back to the past. The young people, them don't want to hear what happened in the past. They want to hear what you have done in your 9 years tenure.
Teach.
So Damian Crawford spoke in the Senate, and Damian Crawford continued on this very same graph that he spoke on, but he was stuck on the 18.5 years, but Crawford brought it a little further and gave the Jamaican people more clarity. Hear this.
Okay, I gotta turn it down again. This one's supposed to be loud. Oh Lord, this definitely gotta be loud.
I title this
knew.
conversation Truth and Democracy. Because, Mr. President, the government's debate has been shrouded in lies and fake news. There are indeed different types of lies. There's a stretch of the truth to make something sound bigger or better. That is called an exaggeration. There is omission, leaving out information, important information, so as to mislead. There is also refusing to admit the truth, even when confronted with evidence. That's called denial.
Biggest one.
There's fabrication, making up completely false information. Misleading statements, which is statements with the intent to deceive. Blame shifting, lying to avoid responsibility by blaming others. And gaslighting, manipulating someone to doubt their memory or perception. I hope that as of Monday, you can use any of these analyses to tell what types of lies are being told to you or have been told in this entire budgetary process. Mr. President, it is upon us that we are called not just to know the truth, but to stand for it. As children of light, we must mash down lies wherever they rise. For what fellowship hath light with darkness? Indeed, they said love and hate can never be friends. Mr. President, the JLP's entire communication is dependent on one statement that the Prime Minister made, and I quote, he said, there are several generations of young people who do not know our modern history. There are generations of middle-aged and older people who have forgotten. The JLP is dependent on the youth who might not have known and the older individuals who might have forgotten. Indeed, Mr. President, out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaks. And the JLP has the heart to mislead, the heart to deceive, the heart to misinform, the heart to misrepresent,
What's up, Nick?
the heart to hoodwink, and the heart to hold to power at any cost. I'm sad that a friend of mine is leaving because that heart has been exhibiting itself on their platforms. Persons who are friends of mine, my mother asks me sometimes, how do you choose your friends? Have been calling my name in the most way on radio and on the platform. I said, Delano Seabright, Senator Seabright, a friend as well. And by the way, Senator Seabright is the one who started the rumor about shelling down London with Jamaican money. Can you believe that? I was in London presenting an academic paper. They wouldn't understand that because they're not academics. Paid for by the conference. And a friend of mine started a rumor that I was there shelling down England. But I forgave him. Of course, because when his trouble came across my decks in his early times, I could have taken revenge. Because the truth was worse than the lies. But power don't lie in anger. It lies in knowing you could have done it and not doing it. Their mouths, Mr. Speaker, have revealed what their masks have tried to hide. No matter how well you pretend, your words will tell the truth about it. The first set of lies that would have been established would have been along the lines of inflation. And in this case, there is students, I want you to look, there's a line there called total inflation, which is the addition of all the years of inflation. it was put there to indicate that there was a period of PNP governance that had such a large level of inflation that it was 2,249. They failed to acknowledge this was the longest term that any government has ever served. And so therefore, over 18 years, they sought to compare with 4 years. And therefore, the accumulated level of total inflation was an unnecessary segment in this table. The average annual inflation speaks, where it speaks to 18. The Prime Minister made heavy weather of this 2,000, not indicating the period of time, and sought to also compare Jamaica's reality with the United States reality.
Crazy.
Before I indicate the reasons why this is not an adequate comparison, even the numbers that they have presented suggest that there are multiple times that the JLP was worse than the PNP.
Wow.
Now look at February 1989 to September 2007. This is the exact presentation from Mr. Prime Minister Andrew Holness, Dr. Andrew Holness. If you look at the 89 to 2007, 18 and a half years that the PNP was in power, the average annual inflation was 18.5%. In the United States, for which he was seeking to make heavy weather, it was 2.9%. That's almost 6.3 times what existed in the United States. But he failed to have done sufficient analysis to recognize that in September 2007 to December 2011, which was the JLP, they were at 12.3% in relative to the United States, 1.5%. That's 8.2 times what was in the United States. So therefore, if it is that relativity was supposed to be used, the JLP in 2007 to 2011 was 8.2 times inflation in the United States. However, the PNP was 6 times inflation in the United States. However, for the knowledge of our students, I would like them to know that even that was a false analysis. There was no real basis to utilize the United States in comparison with Jamaica. An appropriate comparison would have been other Caribbean islands because the United States don't have the same realities that we face.
Exactly.
But there's even more information in the slides that the Prime Minister presented. In the slides that the Prime Minister presented, it proved that he had the worst performance since he got the baton. Indeed, in 2002, 2007, the inflation was 18.5% on average. The Bruce Golding government received the baton and reduced it by 6.2 percentage points and carried it down to 12.3%. The Porsha Simpson Miller government got it and reduced it by 6 percentage points and carried down to 6.3%. Andrew Holness got it and carried down to 5.5, a reduction of less than 1 percentage point. So he's making a big deal about look how me fast when it's just that he got a good baton. Prime Minister Bruce Golding reduced it by 6 percentage points. Prime Minister Porsha Simpson reduced it by a further 6 percentage points. Yet they tried to convince us that the best Prime Minister we have ever seen reduced it by less than 1 percentage points.
Come on, man. Talk to him. Talk to him. Like, come on, man. Stop playing. That's crazy. The omission of facts by the Prime Minister in his budget speech was insane. He literally just glazed that whole thing up.
Sorry about that, family. So, what Andrew Holness failed to say of the graph he presented was all that Damien said in a nutshell. He got the average annual inflation from the People's National Party in 2016 6.3%. And all he brought it down to was 5.5. Not even 1%.
Not even 1%, B.
So what is he talking about?
Not even 1%.
Not even 1%. So him get a good baton.
Man, yo, listen, man. That's like Usain Bolt giving a rookie the baton. He got this massive lead of 200%. And Andrew Holness is going to the line, and the people that was behind him is catching him up because he's just slow. And he thought the distance he was ahead was because of him. No, it was because of the people before you. Stop playing, bruh. It was because of the people before you. Even the previous JLP administration did a good job. They took it down by 5 point something percent. I'm sorry, 6.2%. Right? And then Porsche took it down by the same. Right? A further 6%. Right? As a matter of fact, I'm tripping. I'm actually tripping. They got it at that. Then Porsche gave it to them. Porsche gave it to him at 6.3%. Yeah, I'm right. I'm right. I'm right. So what is he talking about? That's insane, man. Just tell the truth, man. Stop lying.
Him get a good baton, so what is he talking about?
Yeah, stop lying, bro. Diego,
What
what
is he
up?
talking about? We would love to hear about this.
Oh, Lord, here we go. What's going on here?
Unexplained movement of millions of dollars
Hey,
among his connected companies that was
Hey.
outlined in the Integrity Commission's
hey.
report
Talk.
of his finance.
Woo-hoo. I need to go
He
back to that.
has yet to give that information to the Integrity Commission.
Yes, that is true. That is true.
I will not stop come off. We not come off him with his uncertified statutory declaration.
Yeah, it's
I will
significant.
not come off of him
It's significant.
with the cloud of illicit enrichment and all these millions and millions of dollars
U.S. as a matter of
that he
fact.
cannot explain. That is what we're going to drive home. This is what we're going to drive home so the young people can understand what is going on as it pertains to this Prime Minister. We will not be fooled. We see him run out now coming to promise the people of Mandeville talking about he's going to build new park.
Yeah.
That's him saying no, he's going to build new park in Mandeville. And the mayor reject the proposal for that new park.
Phone too
And we know
hot.
who the mayor is.
Why is the phone too hot?
And so the mayor rejects the whole proposal for new park or the promise for new park because it was the very same Prime Minister, and I want to see this, who announced construction of school to train dancehall reggae musicians. And this was back in October of 2022. And all know that the school under his government, he has not built not even one school. Zero, nada, nilch.
Damn.
Nil.
Oh, let me pause that. This man was the Minister of Education. And he's now the Prime Minister for the last 10 years almost. And he has not built a school. Not even one school. The only school we've heard about is a promise from the Chinese. Who knows what's going to happen with the Chinese? The Chinese is supposed to build a school or something. But he hasn't built a school? Man, this is bad, bro. This is bad. When was this? October 26, 2022? Oh, so he just announced his stuff. Construction of school to train dancehall reggae. Bruh. 3 years ago, bruh. And nothing? And now you're at the cusp of an election? Man, this is embarrassing, bro. This.
Him no bill.
Man, what?
Not even one.
Damn.
So the people them no want no park, the people them no want no 3-story market where you say you got build up over St. Mary and all.
Good night, Michelle. How you doing?
Them a break ground but nothing. After them done break the ground or them make the promises, it's stuck right there. So it's like them do the things in their mind and leave it there. So. The people them tired of the promises. Them no want to hear about the promises.
This is the
so you coming out to telling
government.
us that under Jamaica Labour Party government, they manage economy well. And under your government, food prices skyrocketed. The people them cannot afford it.
True.
Cannot afford it. How what the man call him out and saying for come down now because him run out in 2015 trying to shame Mama P.
Yes, to the basket.
And him run out with a 2015 basket. And compared from them time till now. So where you could have get for 4,000 and get a good amount of stuff. You cannot get it right now.
True, man. It's bad for true, man. It's terrible.
You can't take the basket alone.
The basket alone about
so much
2.5, yeah?
And the man purchased 5,000 odd worth of goods. And him still not get no seasoning. A 4 pound of meat alone him could have buy. I don't know what kind of meat. I'm assuming chicken and something else cheaper.
Wow.
In the same breath, He's not speaking on this 30 million surgical equipment that Dawes is basically calling them out about. Alfred Dawes wants to know why a surgical drill cost the government $31 million when they could have gotten it for $5 million.
Make it make sense. Make that make sense.
These are some things that we need to hear.
Huh?
We need them to come and speak about. The health minister is still away. He's returning to the island on the 16th of April. Right? And we have learned of recent that it was partnership he went to pursue in the Philippines as it pertains to staffing of our hospitals. But staff in the hospital alone is not enough when they don't have the equipment and the resources to work with. Sending away the Cubans, and they still didn't give us a clear understanding as to why. They're talking about expired memorandum of understanding. And the minister has gone on a trip, and is when the People's National Party spoke out that we could hear that it was some partnership that they went about.
Be hiding
so they're willing to send away the Cubans who have been, serving us for decades to bring in the Philippines amongst other nation of medical personnel. But they still haven't explained, and Dr. Dawes had raised this in the People's National Party press conference of this $30 million surgical drill that they could have paid $5 million for. So they now manage the economy and they now manage the books. Because how do they explain something like this? They're wasting our money. And when they hear a plan to feed our students, to feed the children them one meal in school, they must say it can't work. But when you have 26 million extra paying for equipment, one. And we have hospitals without CT scan machines, and our cancer patients and other patients are not privileged to get a CT scan done. They must have up them 100 and 1,000 to get that done. While they say money is not the issue, and we know that it takes cash to cure, them collect how much in surplus. The Ministry of Health alone get double what was used back in the People's National Party time. They said that they used 60 billion, and this government said them double it up to 140. And we don't see where them double it and
we don't see it all.
Because we say 685 million out of that is unaccounted for. Unaccounted for.
Mighty God.
They can't give us a reason as to, they can't show us
where the money gone, where the money used for.
Give us evidence of how the money was spent. Let's say the money spent over administrations. But if it's a 10-year span, then the only 1 year out of it would have been the responsibility of a People's National Party. What of the 9 years? What them do with the money? So if them have the money and it takes cash to cure and they're not doing it and them have the money, that means that them not really care about it.
Exactly.
They don't care. The infrastructure of the country has run straight down. The health in a crisis.
Vivian Wagwan. Or Vivian, sorry.
And we the people are not fools. We see what is going on.
Yeah, of course.
And when we take our platform and we enlighten the people, we hear say we are tell lie on the government. We hear say we are spread propaganda. And if only the people just take the time to listen to us and to do them local research for themselves.
Yes,
and even if they can't read, they beg somebody read it for you and break it down in the simplest form so you can understand. And stop running behind the Prime Minister, and when people come out, come talk, they come in defense and want to bully. And want to come beat you for the Prime Minister.
I'll threaten and call and threaten me. I'll threaten getting up people. People call my phone and threaten me, Yes, man. Come like the program and the reason what me I do. is a little bit too much for them. Them don't like how we have beat the hammer till it bend with the truth. You understand? Yeah, so I have some people who take it personal, all call me and threaten me. But thank God for the black button. You know what I say? I tell her.
They want to fight you and beat you off for the Prime Minister. And the Prime Minister I feel the prosperity when speak of.
Exactly.
I feel the prosperity.
Thank you. Them not feel no night, but they want to come fight you.
He's the one feeling the prosperity.
Oh, there's a fool, man. Oxide, they fool, brother.
When you notice, say nationwide don't take up the whole cascas that's going on in Western Westmoreland.
Yeah,
but
good.
if it was, we're really seeing as they go by, as the time goes by, that they're really politically aligned and not doing no farmer journalism work without fear or favor. And I'm about to play a recording, and then you will understand the magnitude of why they went after KD Knight and why they are going after. Each time PJ Patterson comes out, they're going after PJ Patterson. And they cannot deny, no matter how them try, they cannot deny that PJ Patterson has played an indelible mark in where Jamaica is at today.
Facts.
Indelible mark.
Facts. They can't go around PJ.
And so they will not highlight whatever is going on in the Jamaica Labour Party, but they will quick to highlight and quick to jump on whatever they hear without even doing any research behind it, as it pertains to the People's National Party. We'll notice that them and the Observer hush on the whole cas we are going in a Western.
Never tell a lie.
But we see them taking jobs at our senior citizens. And oftentimes when there's an election, we see supporters of the Jamaica Labour Party go for the senior citizens them out of them house. I get vehicles and bring them. And I said it before and I will continue to say it. No senior citizen, after what they did, must not vote for a Jamaica Labour Party representative. No senior citizen.
True, man.
Must not make that mistake and vote for them. Because we're seeing George Davis coming out to say that the senior citizens, well, he's basically talking about KD Knight and Mr. Pickersgill, who went in support of the party that they are a part of and went in support of his daughter, who is a candidate for the People's National Party, and talking about sick, lame and lazy. But he forgot to speak on Mike Henry. And many others of them were in the Jamaica Labour Party currently right now, who are basically dinosaur in the thing. They have been in Parliament for what thing? Decades.
Wait a minute. Is that dude green? Is his teeth green? He got braces in or something? Am I tripping? What the hell? That looked like he got some green in his. What? Bro, I hope that's a braces or something, because I just picked. What the hell? Y'all seeing that? Are you guys? Am I the only one seeing that? This dude right here. He looked like he got green in his teeth, right at the. Is that it? The left corner or right corner? Both corners. We can see more on this side right here. Maybe it's a braces. I don't know. I just caught that. That's kind of weird. Can you guys tap up the screen on the YouTube? Double tap with your finger like this. Wait a minute. You just double tap with your finger like this. That's how you hit the like button when I'm using vertical YouTube. Okay, let's go.
And it's like they don't plan to step away. But I'm gonna give you this video where a gentleman spoke out on Conrad O'Brien's program and letting us know why the bitter blood against the People's National Party coming from nationwide.
Okay, let me turn this down. I'm sure this is very loud. Hold up, wait a minute. Turn this down a bit.
So I can understand when they come up. I can understand when Nationwide came out and criticized PJ Patterson. And when KD Knight got his daughter campaign launch, you know, when I present her to be the candidate. All right. I know why Nationwide criticized KD Knight. And a lot of people in Jamaica maybe don't know it. That KD Knight, PJ Patterson, Nationwide have some personal vendetta against those two men.
Oh.
And I'm going to remind Jamaica why.
Oh.
There was a plane coming from Cuba. So I think some digital people was on the flight, they got to do business. And PJ Patterson happened to be on the flight. And it happened that Cliffy was hear the argument and him run like when a man run from beat and run some out contacts of PJ Patterson carrying illegal money from Cuba. Right? Yes. PJ lick a lawsuit on them. Cost them millions of dollars.
Yeah,
I think between $12 and $15 million I was told. And they have to pay up because they were lying and tell lie on the man. So they
Wait. We gotta look that up. Nah, bruh. That is prime time information right here. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. PJ Patterson sues Cliff Hughes. Let me look this up. What? Now it makes sense. Oh, it's already in the search bar. Lord have mercy. PJ Patterson versus Cliff Hughes Nationwide, Supreme Court of Jamaica. Yo. Oh my God. This was, yo, look at that. Yo, look at this. Oh, I'm going to have fun with this. Yeah. I'm going to do a whole show on this. Oh my God. Yo. Cliff Hughes pays PJ Patterson $12.5 million for defamation. Yes, now we understand why Nationwide does not like the PNP. We get it. I understand. That is a lot of money. Back in that time, 2020, 2014? Damn. Oh, PJ ain't playing. Cliff Hughes, my brother. What is going on, bro? Damn, look at this. Look at this. The court made a ruling a short while ago. He was awarded interest, which legal watchers have said could take the figure to 20 million. Oh my God. So he had to pay the lawyer fees too, huh? Damn. Oh yeah. I'm gonna have fun with this. Oh, thank you. So I knew there was a reason why I was doing this. I didn't watch all of this. Yo, shout out to ABR News TV, man. Oh yeah. I'm gonna have fun with this. Oh, as soon as I'm done with this, I'm making a video. Lord have mercy. Let's go.
Guess who was the lawyer on the case? Tell me. KD Knight.
Oh my God, KD Knight was the lawyer. Damn. You know Cliff Hughes didn't stand a chance.
And KD Knight. You know who was one of the witnesses in the case? Emily Crooks. And PJ Patterson and KD Knight. Nasty. The two of them nasty. Cliff Hughes. Emily Crooks.
So wait.
Pause. Who is Emily Crooks? Y'all gonna find out what the hell going on, man. Listen, man, I'm new to this. All right. Emily Crooks. Emily Crooks. Who is Emily Crooks? Emily Crooks. Who is this? What? Who is this? Emily Crooks weds Mark? Wait. Nah, Emily Crooks. Oh, Nationwide. Oh my God, I'm done, bro. I'm done, bro. I'm gonna have fun with this. Man, ABR News, thank you. Thank you, Jesus. I'm putting all this in the files for my video that I'm on. Let's continue. Oh my God! Wait. Wait a minute.
I feel him, some carry. I feel him. So if you notice, what click you to get some little boy, we not even know, them never even know nothing about going. Enough of them did all that school and certain things did not go on back in the but history there, so them can go revisit history and find out the truth. You understand? So then get them on, if you notice everything. All right, notice your station. You come with one opinion, you have Marlon with opinion, different opinion. You notice our communication group, there are people with different...
Dudley Deacon, I did not know this, sir. I did not know this history. Why Nationwide doesn't like the PNP. I didn't know. But I came into this not knowing, but I could tell that Nationwide, the way how they framed their articles and the stuff that they focus on, I knew that they was not right, bro. I already knew.
Yeah. You notice them about the avenue. The whole of them.
Boy, them said that somebody text me and said, boy, you have to do a test before you get to work there, and you have to declare certain things.
Sure, you need over the green side before you can get that work.
But rough for me, Marshall, because I have others.
Yeah, so there are some personal feelings. So when they hear them come and look in the PNP, I beg them back, but I don't want to give money with the message spend because then touch the wrong one. So, there's nothing. Well, all right, you said it this morning already. When you talk about whole people and anything, they're them like this. They never remember, you know. They never remember, say, Mike Henry, them have to a holy man that take time lead him.
Mighty God. Wow. ABR News, man, this live stream was a bombshell, bro.
So when you hear that ABR family, I knew of the whole PJ Patterson suing them, but I didn't know who was the lawyer on the case. No wonder why they ran out on KD night.
Jesus.
So that's the reason, because KD was PJ's lawyer.
Yeah.
And because KD handled the case so well, and they had to pay up millions, that is why they are carrying the
bill. Her name is not Emily Shield? Okay.
That is why they are carrying the bill.
Thank you, Dudley.
People's National Party. And here in the latter part, the gentleman said, when you get work over that radio station, you have to be leaning towards that political side. Because if you're not leaning towards that side there, you're not get the work.
Okay, that's
you're not gonna get the work.
So that's why so much of them I left from Nationwide and I got in the Jamaica Labour Party government. Okay, it's a feed. That's why it's a feeding ground for the Jamaica Labour Party. Well, let me tell you something. I am a vlogger, and I have no intention of becoming a part of any political party. Let me tell you right now. I am a concerned citizen of this country, and I'm looking at my country and I'm saying, this has to change. And thank you for the follow, Limo. This has to change. We cannot continue like this. All right? That is the basis of my motivation of what I'm doing right now. Period. Let's continue.
So you see, when it pertains to the Jamaica Labour Party, they are mum on certain things. They only spin the narrative just to make it look good for this government. They're not going to come out and question him about his
statutory declaration. Yes.
They're not going to come out and question him on him taking the Integrity Commission
to court.
They're not coming to question him of his, investigation as it pertains to illicit enrichment, and them now question the other 7. Them now go question those things, none at all. Because as we see, and I wonder why them so butthurt when Mark Bolin went over New York there and he said, mainstream media, more than half of them not working as studio. They are bought and paid for.
Facts.
Bought and paid for.
Facts. They are compromised. That's facts.
So that sums it up why we see them behaving like that. But nevertheless, when you see the orange waiver going over St. Mary.
May I tell you? Wow.
It was a good turnout for Omar Newell.
Yes.
I mean, I show a little part of it.
Please do.
And no matter how them talk and go on,
I've got to
The
know
people them
this.
still love the star boy, KD Knight. The people
Star
them
boy.
still, speaking of the People's National Party, the people them still gonna give the People's National Party them support.
True.
So those trivial things that they're coming with, trying to tear down the senior citizens, is not gonna work. And I hope every senior citizen open their eyes and look at what they're doing. They're making fun of us.
No, I want the JLP to continue to do what they're doing, because everything they're doing is backfiring on them. The approach that they're carrying in this election, and the election don't call yet, trust me, it's a beautiful thing. All they're doing is drumming up momentum for the PNP. They must sink themselves further and further in our hole of unfavorability. All right, they're being exposed left, right, and center. This election is going to be more about performance more than who can buy vote. You can't tell them that. They are going to get the shock of their lives. And God is behind all of it. Listen, God is behind all of it. I am more sure about this upcoming election more than I was sure about Donald Trump winning his. That is how bad the JLP is right now. Them worse than the blouse and skirt, the Biden administration. And that's why Trump winning. I tell people, if the Biden administration did even was an ounce of good, Trump couldn't win. Them just do some things where go against the people them code. When you see them attack the youth, them and talk about, I mean, not even want to get into that. But me just say. You understand? Let's continue.
But look at the turnout for
man?
Omar Newell over there in St. Mary.
Work for you and building on the legacy of our forefathers. Norman Manning,
I saw St. Mary the Lord last night. My God.
We are here to do the work for you, comrades, and I want you to work with us. Work with Omar in Central St. Mary.
My God.
Because the next gentleman of party, I know they know. And what we need is somebody in the community trust. We need a representative trusted and known. The business community trusted. But you know it from school days. Right?
My God.
So I want you to continue to do well with Newell in Central St. Mary, comrades. The word is done.
Wow. Can't take your music, But my goodness. I saw St. Mary the Tan. My gosh. Upper St. Mary Lord to it cloud. No, sir.
In St. Mary, Central St. Mary, I want to bring to you a man who is looking up the kingdom.
Wanna see the turnout?
Yes, man.
And that'll keep them on the edge of them seats. That's what's ruffling their feathers. Y'all see the turnout? But the more them fight, the stronger the People's National Party gets.
Somebody praise God. Not trouble. Not trouble, man of God.
Hold on there, wait.
Tell Jamaica, here are trouble the church. Yes, sir. Here are in a trouble. Yeah. Persecute the church. Lock up the church. And I preach here. Go after Peter, Mark Stewart. Preach on prophets. And think it was over. And think it did not go so. Touch them and say, nah, go so.
It nah go so.
Tie you down. Accuse you.
No, sir.
Go so. Reverse the order.
Reverse that. Member.
Run out on KD and the order was reversed. We dig up Mike Henry file upon them. So them have a quote. Them can't stop the orange wave we are going over St. Mary. Them can't stop the orange wave we are going over the island. But nevertheless, ABR family, I'm so sorry we're not gonna get for calling or anything like that. But while on the way out, please to like and share out the video.
Yo, big up ABR News. Yo, me say I have a piece of video for make before I got my bed. Me never know them or something, yeah. Me never know them, yo. Me never know them something, yeah. Me never know. Whoa, me never know. My God. People, I already know. I already know what was going on. Nobody couldn't pinch me and tell me. Jesus. Hey. No, sir. Well, I tell you what I never me. Let me get a look brought up on the live. Hold on the people. How long me there for? Only 1 hour? Can't get a look brought up on the live, man. Can't get a look brought up on the live, you know? So awkward, so. Woman shot and killed, injured at Olaba. Okay. What else is going on here?
In terms of intervention program.
Georgia, how are you?
And when I say that today, Jamaica, we need more social intervention programs indeed. But it cannot be crime plan is targeted operation and SOE and ZOZO.
Yeah, it not work. It's not working. It hasn't worked.
Because what you find are more Jamaicans being murdered.
Yes.
More of them cannot even be buried.
Yes. Fox. Fox,
and then
Andrew.
the Prime Minister had the audacity.
The audacity.
To say to the people in Miramar and Miami over the weekend that Jamaicans will be able to sleep with them windows and doors open.
Man, what?
Did you hear him?
No, Andre. Stop it. Andre, no goes for Andre. Andre, don't turn the light on the Prime Minister, Andre. There's no way the Prime Minister uttered those words after him said it how much years ago. He come back with the same old promise. Eh? There is no way him said that, brethren. He has not achieved that in 10 years. There's no way he come with the same argument again after 10 years. Andre, stop it, Andre. I not even want to believe this, brother. This not. Oh God Almighty.
Jamaica.
No, brethren. No.
Lord, Lord Jesus.
No. No.
Shift the take out the cockroach.
No.
I hear
speak to you all each night. And you people made this man come to you with lies in the diaspora. And before you rubbish him, you all clapped, knowing after 9 years.
They really
13,000+ Jamaicans.
They really clap for you?
Murdered under this man's watch. And then him have the audacity and the tenacity to come and look at you all with his lying lips.
This is a damn shame. I'm not lying. This is a damn shame.
You diaspora people sell out.
A true man. All of them will clap for that. Oh God.
Because you hear the cries.
Of course. Of course.
You hear the cries of your Jamaican sisters and brothers.
My God.
And you clap this criminal. The man come and tell them, Courtney. The man come tell them. Don't come tell me it's a labor right area. It's Miami and labor right area. Everybody is not a polarized area. It's a creolized area. He lied to the people in Florida. And then on top of that, he had the audacity with the cries of the people in healthcare to say that the healthcare system in Jamaica is better off than 9-10 years ago. And
what a wicked man. What a wicked man lies so. My God. No, seriously. Alright, so even if you're a labor, right? You really are going to allow Andrew Holness to make a statement like that and not check him? Healthcare is better than 10 years ago. Bro, man.
But you see, the man
no feel like so, brother.
The man told all those lies. Your Jamaican brothers and sisters are suffering. And you all sat there knowing how many of your Jamaican brothers and sisters are suffering. The man told all those lies.
Mm-hmm.
And you all sat there knowing how many of your Jamaican brothers and sisters are suffering.
My God.
How many of your Jamaican brothers and sisters? You know what you say? Hear what I'm said to the people about the road of Florida. Listen to what I'm said to the people about the road of Florida. Listen to this.
When you build a road, it won't last forever.
In fact, the average life expectancy of concrete roads span between 20 to 40 years. For asphalt roads, 15 to 25 years. Notably, asphalt remains a primary material for road construction in Jamaica, which means most roads have just over a decade before a major rehabilitation or full reconstruction is needed. Prime Minister Dr. Anjohonis says while road repairs are currently underway, so too are measures to manage their useful years.
So we have now used the data science through GIS mapping to map all the roads in Jamaica. And we are now in a registry which documents their current state of repair. It documents what their expected useful life is. And now we're going to be doing the other part of it, which is to do the financial mapping, which will take us across budgets to put in place a multi-cycle maintenance plan for our roads.
Which he says is part of the SPARK program.
In other words, brought to a point where their useful life is extended, maybe for another 7 years to 10 years if we get good weather. And that has never before happened in Jamaica. So when people are quarreling about the conditions of the road...
Did he just say if we get good weather? What is wrong with this dude, man? Bro, we live in a hurricane region. You are supposed to build a road to survive the weather. You're supposed to build proper drainage so the water does not erode the roadway. You got to build the roads in a way where the drainage is like the biggest part of it. You have to take the water somewhere. And not just somewhere that makes sense. That's it. Why does he keep using the weather as an excuse? The weather is no excuse, sir. It's not an excuse. Jamaica has not had major disasters in a minute. We have had rain, period. That's it. Man, you gotta be kidding me, bro.
No, I understand. I am responsible. Yes, I am responsible, and I'll do my best to get the budget to repair them. But please know that a greater transformation is taking place in how Jamaican roads are maintained.
Dr. Holness also seemingly responded to criticisms levied by Patterson, who in February blasted the government over its management of the country's roads.
So I hear a former prime minister come out and criticizing me about roads. If I were a different prime minister, I would have answered him in a more direct way. Because roads that he would have built has now fallen to me to maintain.
The prime minister went further.
I don't...
What? You are the prime minister. What the hell you mean? You are supposed to maintain it, sir. So what, his roads, the roads that he built, you're just gonna not maintain them? Don't you know that every Jamaican uses them and you're responsible? What's the point? What is he saying? If I built you a house, if I built a house, right, and I left you the house, it's your inheritance. It is your responsibility that the value of that house is maintained and not devalued and not torn down and just put to waste. If you don't do that, you failed. And you have failed, Andrew Holness. You have failed to do that. And you're gonna act as if we don't remember the road maintenance fund that you guys took out. Is a madman this in a Dudley? Make the man mad to blows us.
You said patrol free by 2003. Some of you might remember that commitment. But within short order, man, you're going to have carpet on every road in Jamaica.
Amoy Harriet.
Oh, that's a damn lie. That's a damn lie. That is a damn lie. He said in short order, we are going to have carpet roads all over Jamaica. That is a lie from the pits of hell. I can tell you that right now. The budget for the Spark program, listen, you know how much, just calculate how much road we actually have in terms of the data and mapping. And then when you look at how much it's going to cost to fix those roads so you can get all this carpet he's talking about, it's not going to be in short order. It is a lie from the pits of hell. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it.
What can go?
Stop it. That is a damn lie. That is a damn lie.
I want to highlight something to Jamaica tonight. The media knows he doesn't have a PhD. And every time the media gets the opportunity to say Andrew Holness, they put in front of his name Dr. Holness.
Yes.
You know why they are doing that? Subliminally, they are targeting Jamaica to start calling him
Dr. Holness, yes. Me not call him so. Andrew Holness, not even honorable.
The
not
media
even nothing.
knows that he doesn't have a PhD. And all of them, Jamaica.
It's a conspiracy, yes.
Every time you look, Dr. Holness.
Damn shame.
You realize that, don't you?
Yes, of course I do. We are.
And you know, Andrea Chisholm is one of them who love do it at TVJ, you know. Andrea Chisholm is one of them at TVJ. She was a Prime Minister Holness. Dr. Holness. Dr. Holness be rotted.
Man, get Andre mad.
No, Jamaica. He spoke that roads that PJ did in Mafia deal with the road them. But if you know the road them have no longevity, PJ you can power here 20 years now, you know.
Yes.
I mean, I don't know which road you build in 9 years, you know. Criminal.
Which road in building a 9 year for true? Where there? Please.
Show me a road where you see him there, Courtney.
Queenie, what's up?
And you can say a labor right government build that road.
Damn shame, man.
And then him come tell the people then in the diaspora about Spark program. No money not there for the Spark program.
Tell them
because
again.
You know you're dirty next time, so I'm going to use money for the patchwork work.
Tell them again.
Jamaica, didn't they say the Spark program is going to roll out now in the budget? Listen to Dirty Nesta today, Jamaica. Listen to Dirty Nesta today. Listen to this.
The government of Jamaica will roll out a $1.5 billion quarterly patching program starting in May 2025 to improve road conditions and ensure safer, smoother travel for motorists and pedestrians alike. The initiative, led by the Ministry with Responsibility for Works in collaboration with the National Works Agency, will target critical corridors. The program will prioritize main thoroughfares and high-traffic corridors, community and parish roads in need of urgent repair, damage-prone roads affected by recent rains. With quarterly disbursements, the initiative will provide ongoing maintenance throughout the year, addressing road degradation before it worsens.
Play back that day.
The government of Jamaica will roll out a $1.5 billion quarterly patching program starting in May 2025 to improve road conditions and ensure safer.
May 2025 quarterly patching program of 1.5 billion. So that means 4 times to the year. So that is get about $6 billion to the year. $6 billion for patch the road. All right, that's what I'm saying. Let's continue.
Smoother travel for motorists and pedestrians alike. The initiative, led by the Ministry with Responsibility for Works in collaboration with the National Works Agency, will target critical corridors. The program will prioritize main thoroughfares and high-traffic corridors, community and parish roads in need of urgent repair, damage-prone roads affected by recent rains. With quarterly disbursements, the initiative will provide ongoing maintenance throughout the year, addressing road degradation before it worsens.
Courtney, Jamaica, TikTok, YouTube. If the Spark program is to be deployed for May, why is it the government doing patchwork? I'm going to say it again. If it is, the government said they're going to roll out the most extensive diaspora people I want me to talk to tonight. If it is that your prime minister said, in Florida, website over the weekend, he's going to roll out the Spark program. How then? Who know how to do patchwork?
That more I know too. Is the Spark program a patch program? That is the ultimate question, you know. Is the Spark program a patch program? Yo, this is ridiculous, bro. Oh my God.
So are you saying
that's
that
crazy?
Spark is to be deployed and patchwork is to be deployed equally? You don't have money, man.
Them have money, yes.
Who don't have money?
Them
so
must
who
have
doing
money.
Sparky?
Plus
Patchy.
Patchy and Sparky.
Who doing Sparky and doing Pitchy Patchy?
Yo. Yo. No, this too nice. I forgot. We can't do this. I forgot to end this live here. This too nice. This I get out of hand. People, I have 2 videos to make. That's all I know. I have 2 videos to Hey! Mighty God of Daniel, take the wheel. I might have to do a live on this, you know. Tomorrow morning when I wake up, you know, and then I'll record it through the live and then I post the videos. Because this don't make no sense, bro. How are you gonna patch the what? You're supposed to be doing full-blown Spark. Is it that's why they called it Spark? Because it's a spark and not a fire. We need full blaze of construction of roads, not no spark. All right? Because Spark could be just a pretty look and then no real substance. Sparky and Patchy. Lord have mercy. Sparky and Patchy. Me done.
Mighty God.
Me done, brother. Me done.
What did I hear it? Sparky and Pitchy Patchy doing, you know. And coupled with that.
Jesus. Lord have mercy.
Them tell the teacher so they're going to get money now, you know.
When?
The JLP said they went into meeting with Fable and Fable promised them that they're going to get the increments as of the end of April.
So hold on there. Let me ask you something. More ask the teacher them this. Fable Williams never when I minister of education. When did he get the money then? So no when she a minister of finance and I get the money. Yo, I hope the JTA is not this gullible. I hope the JTA is not this gullible. And as a matter of fact, I think they spoke about that a couple months ago, you know. So if the teachers them don't get them money, you know, people, which is an election here, so you know, so them are gonna make an effort to give them the money. But do they have the money to give them? Do they have the money to give them with all this corruption going on? I don't know. I don't know.
The teacher says a massive win for them. Increments to be dispersed by the end of the month.
And them not even get paid good already. Why think, hey.
I'm not saying anything to them, you know.
No, I'm not saying nothing to them, Andre.
Because in that month, no, come over here, come ball. Come say to me, say, teacher, the money not come, you know. All I would have said, Let us wait and see.
Mm.
But you and I know.
3 card man trick again
when
upon
them run
them.
out the tax out of it. When them run out the tax out of it, you know.
3 card man trick again, brother.
So teachers and all of you public sector workers, just wait. They rub butter on the mouth. It was to be the 1st of April, now it's down to the end of April.
Right.
They rub butter on the mouth.
You know that Nelson man, remember say the last time that issue did come up, they're supposed to get pay already. So now April 1st gone, I know we gone to 31st of April. Hey, remember me telling you, say, I one piece of bangarang, you know? I one piece of bangarang.
When the bangarang start, you know what I'm going to say? Kya se ne ba no. Kya se ne ba tell no.
Kya se ne never hear, brother.
Kya se ne ba no.
Acho, man.
Problem a come. Somebody said, Andre, this headline is very misleading. A teacher said, this headline is very misleading. This retro payment only applies to vice principals. What? Deans of disciplines and other troubling persons in education, not the general teaching population.
Rotted. My
should have been explicitly stated. So the teachers who have read the entire article and are once again confused, locked out from the meeting on Zoom to burst the bubble, read the compensation package. As usual, teachers are treated and dealt with as fools.
Wow.
Yes, in Jamaica. Yeah. So the teachers now would expect say, the basic teacher going to get it, you know. Yeah, who going to get it? The vice principals, the principals, the deans of discipline, and other traveling persons in education. So the average classroom teacher, the master teacher, and the senior teacher is not.
Wow.
You heard what I said tonight?
Wow.
So the media deliberately carried the news like that.
Wow.
Knowing well of the surplus of teachers in this country. Not even 1,500 of them going to benefit. You heard what I said? Not even 1,500 of them.
Jesus.
What? The teachers would expect they would have gotten the increments quickly to go pay down on a pro box or buy a pro box.
Right.
Them could have saved a little thing out of the increment to go put down at one of the car places to go buy a pro box. The teachers will not.
Yo, we have to
laugh,
of
the teaching population.
Yo, Janos.
So they were of the view that they were going to get the increments of the back money, you know.
Mm-hmm.
I am telling you tonight, the teachers won't be able to purchase the JLP or the Benz or worse stuff, the Pro Box.
Mighty God.
What a cruel set of people.
Yeah, we keep it
and the media aids and abet.
In
the
this
media
effort.
aids and abet.
Yes.
The narratives. So tell your teacher tonight. Yes. Tell the teachers tonight. Sir. Ask the JTA to explain to you. Ask the JTA to explain to you. Who is it a massive win for? Is it a massive win for the average teacher tonight? Is it a massive win for the classroom teacher? Or the senior teacher or the master teacher? Or is it a massive win for the vice principal, the deans of discipline, and the traveling officers in the school? What a cruelty.
My God.
A very cruel act that is happening. Mighty God.
Ooh.
Students, like up this life.
It's serious, boy.
Like up this life.
It's serious.
I'm going to say to you again, Jamaica, light up this life.
So that's that situation down Westmoreland. Okay. Well, him really cover that tonight. Whoa. Alright, I'm gonna end it off right there. Yo, salute to y'all. Appreciate y'all for giving y'all time. Thank you to the persons that hit the like button. For the ones that don't, I want to encourage you to hit the like button going through the door. All you got to do is tap the screen 2 times when I'm using virtual on whether it's TikTok or YouTube. Once you double tap the screen, just double tap the screen with your finger. It's going to hit the like button. All right. I don't know why some people are so mean with the like button. But for you to watch somebody for this long and not hit the like button, there has to be a language barrier. So I'm wondering. Maybe you guys don't understand a lick of what I'm saying or a lick of what anything is saying, but yeah, smash up the like button, please. Thank you. Somebody just hit the like button. At least somebody's responding. You guys don't type. You guys don't like the video. I don't know what's going on with y'all, man. Y'all, listen, this is the toughest crowd I've ever come across. Y'all just be in the dark, just me alone in the dark room. I'm in nobody for talk to. Say hi in the chat. When you see somebody, say hello. Be cordial. Like, Jamaicans used to be like the warmest people in the world at one point. What the hell happened to us, man? Y'all don't even say hi on the virtual space. Y'all don't even say hello to the host. Man, if you guys are mean with the hello, man, I know y'all ain't sending no donations. I know y'all ain't sending no cash apps. I know y'all ain't sending no PayPal. I know y'all ain't. You not even hitting the like button tells me everything I need to know. That's crazy. No sound mean, brethren. On a mean. On a just mean. Y'all is just mean. God. And who the cap fit, let them wear it. If you're not mean, don't take this to heart. But if you are, you're just mean. I don't understand it. It's weird. And then in terms of like, I understand some people watch YouTube on their TV or whatever, so they don't sign in, so they don't get to hit the like button. I get it. But you got to understand something, y'all. You really do a content creator this service when you know you like the content and you watch it constantly, but you don't hit the like button. You're not helping the content creator. You're honestly not helping the content creator. I'm talking about, I was watching a video the other day on YouTube like this one. He was there doing his thing, and when he looked, he saw, like right now I'm seeing 4 likes and 16 people watching. Mans was like, listen, I'm not even gonna go any further with the video until y'all get the likes even with the amount of people that's watching. And he wasn't playing around. He literally stopped the show to get the like button up. Me, I don't know if I want to take that approach. You know what I'm saying? I really don't want to take that because my time is too valuable for me to be beckoning on people to hit the like button and waiting on them to hit the like button. Somebody just unliked the video. Oh my God, look at that. Who was that? Oh, that's some messed up stuff. Somebody just unliked the video. Y'all know how to unlike the video, huh? Yo, this is crazy. This is insane. Let me see something here. Wait a minute. Wagwan Neek. Neek in a gun here, baby. No, I stay up too late, you know. Alright, don't want you be staying up too late now, Neek. I don't know why I did that. Lord of mercy. I'm out of here, man. Y'all is crazy, man. Salute to y'all, though. Oh my God, man. TikTok bye. Excuse me. YouTube. Yeah, all what? The 11 people, whatever. I'm done.